G'day guys, welcome back to another episode. Prime Opposite Mission. We're here in Auckland, New Zealand. Gonna go out for a local dive today and see if we can pull a snapper or two for the weekend's feeds. Yeah, what a morning we have, it's stunning. Pretty calm. Here's the Rangitoto, old volcano here in New Zealand. Sun's just peeking up behind there, magic scenes. I'm just keen to get out in the water and get some fish as usual. So the Hauraki Gulf Islands here in Auckland, New Zealand are home to just so many options for diving and fishing, sheltered from all different weather conditions. So yeah, it's pretty neat, and all on the footstep of our biggest city, so pretty special, lucky place to live. We've had a lot of rain lately, so generally that means fairly dirty water, but we'll see, we might get lucky. If not, it is springtime, so there's big workups of all the snapper and stuff in the Gulf here. Got my fishing rod just in case. Let's hit it. Due to a few factors such as environmental runoff from construction, overfishing and other factors, the inner Hauraki Gulf isn't anywhere near what it used to be. Once teeming with fish life, cleaner water, it's now quite barren in a lot of places, which means you have to really work for your feed of fish. I made my way along this volcanic piece of coast, sifting down here over ledges, checking for snapper. Here's a small one just milling mid-water. Wasn't very big, so I thought I'd let that one go, marginal size. I saw a few small snapper, so grabbed a few kina, sea urchin, which are in abundance everywhere due to overfishing, no snapper to eat them, and other factors. Throw them off this ledge here and let that sit for 10 minutes. I know it's going to be a hard day and I'm going to need some help, so I set up early. And here I am, just creeping back down through the kelp, ready to check, see if there's any hungry snapper lurking around my broken up kina. Very quiet and I'm not seeing any more snapper, so decide to pack up and move up the coast a bit. It's very green and gloomy, typical conditions for springtime in Auckland, New Zealand. Often the water turns quite green, the algae bloom. Once that temperature changes, it can be very green and gloomy for a few months. Some nice cracks and crevices around here, no crayfish hiding, just some paroa fish, not the greatest eating in my opinion, so let them be. Moving along to another rocky outcrop, I start to see a few green-lipped mussels. A favourite here in New Zealand, especially of mine. A few smaller ones here. I follow this ledge across and it's amazing. I just see more and more and more mussels as far as the eye can see. Huge beds of big mature green-lipped mussels. The most I've ever seen in my life. It was incredible. I love mussels, but it's always worth checking a couple to see what condition they're in. Grabbed a few samples from all over this bed, but unfortunately all the mussels were really skinny, really nothing much to them, so it wasn't worth the effort. I spot a nice deep gutter ahead, perfect spot for a snapper to be parked up in, and sure enough I spook one down below, a nice sized one. It's all good. At least we're seeing some fish. We'll get one eventually. Oh, well, what a morning. Cooler bag's still empty. No fish yet. Plenty of big mussels around, big mature mussels, which is quite cool to see. Just big, huge, vast beds of them. I've cracked a few open, however, and they're really skinny inside, so I'm not going to bother. The water's pretty cold. I can't talk very well at the moment, as you can probably notice. But yeah, it's a nice day out on the water so far. Just exploring a whole bunch of little islands out here. Diving around the Rangitoto was a bit fruitless this morning, so yeah, moved out here to this bunch of islands, and I've always wanted to dive out here. I've scoped some really neat little spots which I'll come back in summer. Good potential. Day's not over yet. Aim is to get the snapper for dinner. We'll keep hunting. I've seen a few, spooked quite a few, spooked a big one, so they are around. Patience will pay off, and we'll get one. I find a nice sandy bottom, broken weed line here. This would be an ideal spot if it had fish. You could imagine this being alive with baitfish, John Dory, kingfish buzzing past. I didn't see a single fish, however. Find this awesome shell below. Something living inside. Looks like it's supposed to be there. Unsure what the name of this is. I've never seen one in New Zealand, so write a comment below if you know. Put it back where it was, as I had no idea what it was. A little bit further down and I spot a glimmering snapper tail just a few metres away. I'm only in a metre of water here. I wait for my chance, it's moving along, and there it is, it comes right in front of me, and I just take a quick shot across the reef here, skimming past the rock and managing to get right through the fish. Bit of a fluke shot really. So stoked, a fruitless morning, hard work, and I've finally got a snapper. Oh, I was happy. Beautiful, fresh snapper for dinner.
Sweet guys, woohoo! Patience pays off. Got the snapper, awesome, woohoo! Awesome, beautiful fish. Little fatty. Look at those colours on it. Amazing.
I'd like one more snapper if I can, so I'm back in the water. Making my way here along this bit of coast. I'm nearing this gutter where I spooked a good snapper earlier in the morning. Creeping up, getting closer, I see a nice big tail hidden in the gloom. The snapper sees me, swims up, tries to swim away, and I take a really awkward shot on the angle. Unfortunately, the snapper tore off the spear, however. Really gutted, I hate it when that happens. Oh well guys, got the snapper, told you I'd get one, bit of patience, very hard going though. Yeah, I actually came back to this rock which I'd spooked a few on earlier in the morning, and sure enough in this one little area where they were, saw one cruising along the kelp and in only a few metres of water, and managed to get a shot off. And yeah, beautiful little snapper. So that's dinner sorted. Spooked a massive one. Jeez, Easy 20 pounder, I reckon. Chucked a few kinner down, smashed them up, let it sit for 10 minutes, came back and shot that second fish. Unfortunately, it didn't go right through, ripped out. I don't know what happened. I thought I had a reasonably good shot, even though it was a bit unorthodox. Unfortunately, that fish ripped off, so this spot's done. We'll move on. Got my fish, but it's such a lovely day out. I'm not going to go in just yet. We've got to try a few more spots just to do some scouting, and yeah, if we can pick up one more fish, cool. If not, we've got dinner, so we'll move on. I'll see you back underwater. Back underwater. There's a few more fish here, but these are pretty much all silver drummer and other species which are non-target, so I move on, check a few more ledges. Nice terrain, just no snapper. Well guys, we've got the snapper for dinner. I'm pretty chuffed with that. Pretty hard going out there, and to come home with the fish, stoked. Get in the water once again, out there doing it, all good stuff. So heading back in now. Rangitoto Island just behind me there. Wind's picking up a bit, swell picking up, all that stuff. So yeah, good timing. Cruise in. I'll see you at home for a cook up. Not sure what I'll do. Maybe fish curry, maybe sushi. Don't know. Stick around if you're keen to see me cook up the catch. Welcome back guys, we're back home. Got our snapper and we're just going to do a quick fillet session and make it into some delicious meals, so let's get into it. Hard going yesterday, but came away with a nice decent little snapper, perfect eating size, most people say at this size, not too small, not too big. So yeah, here we go. It's a nice snapper. You can see where I speared it right through the middle. Not the best shot going through the fillet, but all good. Plenty of meat on here. The colours around the eye, very cool. Okay, we're just going to come behind that peck there, on the ankle. Down the spine, run our knife along those backbones. Poke through. Okay, tasty fillet number one. Now as you can see guys, I always gut my fish in the water, so when filleting it just makes it a breeze to cut up. There's no chance of nicking the gut cavity and getting all those juices on your beautiful nice flesh. So yeah, spare the fish, bleed it in the gills, gut it out there, makes it such better eating and much easier to clean up and fillet. So give it a go, and all that guts, when you rip it out and chuck it in the water, usually attracts more fish and you end up getting another few fish to spare. Give it a go if you don't already. We've got these wings here we're going to keep. Come in there behind the gill plate. Now a nice little easy trick here to remove these wings, or whatever you want to call them. So we've got two kind of scales here. If you come behind, so you've got one here and one here. If you can come in behind this one, get the knife in there, it just slices through really easy and you just separate that from the head. Otherwise you're cutting there for hours and blunting your knife, so that's really nice and easy. Cut through the base here, flip that fish over, and there you go. It just cuts through really nice and easy. And we can just pull those wings off. Little cut in the middle there, and they are just so tasty. On the kingfish, I usually do something with these big stomach belly areas. There isn't a whole lot on the snapper though, but we can slice those and just chuck them in the oven with those wings. So yeah, then we've just got the frame left, and if I don't, I'll give it to my family members, and that'll get made into a bit of a fish stock for the upcoming pies and or anything you want to cook with. So all good. Bones. Again, we'll keep that. Get our wings. And got our fish. So yeah, there we go. Beautiful. Alright, let's head up to the house and cook a few meals. Right guys, welcome back. We're in the kitchen and I'm just going to whip up a real quick, easy fish dish. I love it. Basically a fish dip. Super easy. Let's get into it. I'll show you how it's done. Okay, here's a piece of our snapper and we are just going to steam that quickly. Right, then we're just going to chop up some parsley. I've got some chives and we'll get some lemon juice in there. A little bit of bell pepper, South American one, real spicy. You don't have to add this. If you like it spicy, whack something like that in. Olive oil, then just some salt and pepper. We've got our steam fish, steam snapper, too easy, whack that in there. Now you can use a blender, otherwise yeah, good old fork and just get stuck in. Right, I'm just gonna add a little bit of mayonnaise. Alright, and there we have our fish dip, and it is just so easy to make. So good. Look at that. Quick, easy, delicious recipe. Anyways, give it a go. If you haven't tried something like that before, add some more ingredients, tell me how you can improve it, and yeah, thanks for watching. Another Primal Pursuit mission. We'll get out soon. Summer's on the way. More fish, more spearing, more camping. Stay around, hit subscribe if you want to see more. And yeah, if you want to support the channel, primalpursuit.co.nz. Cheers guys, see you on the next mission.